Hello there, you are watching the full, uncut recording of Kerbal Space Program episode 4? Are we on 4 now? The 5th episode, but the 4th because it's indexed, starting from 0, which is the computer science way to do it. Yeah. What does that mean for you? I don't know either, Alexa. What does that mean for you? I don't know. Neither does Alexa. What that means for you watching this video is that you're about to see a lot of gameplay and not an awful lot of talking. The way I've been recording this series, which works really well for me to help me edit it quickly, is that I pretty much only talk when I have something to say, rather than trying to ramble and fill the silence with words. For me, the reason that makes editing these videos easier is because I can look at the audio waveform of my commentary and jump straight to when I start talking and know that something interesting is happening, or that I'm saying something that is actually worth saying. It makes the editing process about 5 times quicker, but it makes the uncut watching experience probably less appealing. I don't know. Maybe that's your kind of thing. Maybe you prefer having the substance over the fluff. If you do, then you'll definitely like this video. And if you don't, then maybe this isn't for you. So keep watching, give it a go maybe, and we'll see where it goes. You may also find that I say the same thing twice sometimes, not too often, but especially at the start when I'm trying to nail a good intro. Because at the end of the day, this for me is a recording session for a YouTube video. So now you have been warned. And with that, hello there, my dear video watcher. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. '81 science. Oh, now I can see where all of the tracking stations are, at least on this side of Kerbin. So obviously we have the KSC, we've got some random location in the middle of the ocean near the South Pole, some random location in the not quite middle of the ocean, but certainly in the sea over here, and somewhere up here. Are there actually like antenna? Are there other space centers there? Because I know from the old versions of the game that there's another space center here. I think this one is Kerbal Space Center 2. I don't know if it's still there in this version of the game. And I don't know how many more there are, so maybe we'll go see those at some point. I'm aware that in order to truly try and max out the science, visiting each of Kerbin's different biomes is quite a good idea, so it'll be worthwhile making the trip at some point. But not today. Today, we return to Deorbit Burn on the Mun within his landing platform. My entire lighting setup has changed, by the way. I've got a massive soft light here and a massive soft light here, and I'm being blinded by the amount of, I was going to say UV light, but it's not UV, just by the amount of photons passing through my retinas right now. Hopefully, it makes me slightly higher quality. I suspect I haven't quite got the green screening right, so you might see a little bit of a green tinge. And, oh, look at that. A little bit of transparency in certain ways. I spent a while trying to set it up for this video. I'll refine it over time. It's good enough for now, probably. Deorbit Burn, having landed on the Mun with his landing platform, which is nowhere near as ambitious and as crazy as I made it out to be in the previous video. Also, I realized on watching the previous video back that it was clipping on the monopropellant tanks that I had idiotically placed right here, rather than, you know, maybe slightly higher up the craft. But I like this idea of a ring of fuel tanks. Something about the fact that you can use the same engine for landing and then fly away and retain the structural integrity of what you believe behind. I really like that. So I can see this concept. This is a prototype. I can see this concept being redefined and improved in the future. For now, we have some science to be doing, unless I'm very much mistaken. Now, the problem is Jebediah is not a scientist, and the other problem is, oh no, this ladder does about reach where it needs to go, and I have another ladder. I'm going to extend both of these ladders. Let's do some science here. You see, it's a bit of a weird contrast, isn't it? With the high energy commentary and then just kind of silence while I do stuff. Speaking of that, what do I need to do? Right, I guess it's time to get him to take a sample, so... Okay, now, theoretically, he can just climb... Yeah, nice. So the problem with Jebediah not being a scientist is that we can't reset any of these experiments. So I've used up the material sampling pod thing now. Come on. Oh my god. Whoa. Please don't knock. Oh, okay. I hope we can climb back up those successfully. We probably can. We need to go over to that guy, I think. If we're going to plant a flag anywhere, I want it to be on that archway. So let's just keep an eye on EVA propellants used. Oh, of course, we can EVA propellants our way. Okay, so theoretically we didn't need the ladders for the Mun either. I forgot that the Mun's gravity was so low. Am I going to get a different sample by sampling this archway? Is it going to be at all different from the ground? Who knows? We will, shortly. Now, while the Mun's gravity is less than Minmus's, it's still quite a lot for this tiny EVA thruster pack. Also, apparently, yeah, EVAs have parachutes now. I didn't notice that you could deploy a chute. So if we're re-entering and I can just bail, I can get him to bail and fly down, supposedly. Thank you very much for the people in the comments section who pointed that out for me, because I would not have found that, or if I... Yeah, I don't think I would have noticed if I hadn't looked for it. So, there we go. That's time. Can we take a surface sample? Mun's Highlands. I think that's going to be the same as what's down there. But yeah, keep it. Plant a flag. Where's the Kerbin? Just up there. Ah, not quite illuminated properly. This is Suck It Bob, I believe. Is he just adjusting his glove? How much development time went into that animation? Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay, well, I mean, that's basically the science we need to do. Bit of a shame that we don't have any greater presence. But I like that we have a flag on top of an archway now. That's pretty cool. And we didn't use up too much EVA propellant with all that either. Okay, let's try climbing up this guy. Can I... F? Yeah, F. Don't shoot off the end, just, there we are. Oh, oh, ooh, ooh. No. Ah, fine. Maybe I can just jump. Oh, shit. That was a bit close. Alright. There we go. So theoretically, I would be able to get up there pretty fine. I should be able to collect the data. And now it's useless. So, close the doors. Restore? Requires scientist, yeah. And store experiments in there. EVA report? Okay. So I've transferred the data from there. I think that's about it. What remains to be done is to transfer the rest of the fuel. Oh, crap! Not to do that. That was not what I intended to do. Please just land safe. Oh. I pressed shift because my brain told me something else was shift. Forgetting it would throttle me up. Oh, it's alt. It's alt that I need to be pressing. Alright, these ones. In. Oh man, that could have gone horribly wrong. Is that all of them? Have we drained it all? Oh, we have. Oh yeah. Okay, well, this is well and truly empty. So, close the doors. Retract the ladder. And there's not much else to do other than blast off. 637 meters per second. That's definitely enough to get back into orbit, I think. I don't know whether it's enough to get us home. We might need to... Okay. Okay, so which is more interesting? Do we land fuel on here on the moon and start adding to this landing pad base and refuel this before it launches off the moon? Or do we put this into orbit, rendezvous, and transfer fuel back? So transfer fuel in orbit and then it can bring itself back. And then we have a space station at least. Okay, I have a pretty cool mission profile for now then. So for now, Jebediah is going to stay here. There is more science to be done on the Mun before he leaves. So the plan is, put something in orbit around the moon, create a space station, because there was that module that will allow us to collect science over time. We can start setting up our communications network in the process. It can be maybe geostationary above the Mun. On the same mission, we carry a drone which is specifically designed to land and just dock onto this guy. Which might be difficult with the docking port heights. That's a technical challenge. And so allowing refueling of this ship so that Jeb can then rendezvous with the station and maybe blast off elsewhere. I don't know. I like the idea though. Interesting mission profile. So, for now, Jeb stays here. Yep. Yeah. How do I go back to the... Yeah. So we're still making do with what we have. We don't have any more science. Okay. like a crew change? Can't see it. Okay. So we're sending Bob the scientist up to do science. Make use of his ability to reset things. Okay, I'm just gonna start building and see what happens. We could send out a ship which isn't intended to land in order to create a space station around the Mun, which Jebediah then flies to, because he's got enough Delta V to enter orbit, I think. He swaps onto the space station, and Bob flies down and lands elsewhere. Okay, this is cool. Right, I like this. And it means I'm not attempting to refuel that small landing pad. You'll see. You'll see. One thing is for sure, this launch stage was way overkill. And like even dropping it early was still, there was still plenty of Delta V. So this is like a good reusable launch. It's not reusable. It's a good launch stage that we can reuse the design of. Reusable launching is a hot topic in the space community nowadays, which I want to be able to do fully reusable launches for everything soon. In the short term, I'm just going dirty and getting done what I want to get done. Can you save presets and stuff? If I remember rightly, there was a way to do that. Maybe it was a mod. But I didn't really use mods, though. Okay, well, regardless, all I have to do is get rid of this guy. Excuse me. Or more likely, this guy. Bring him over here. Okay. Oh no, that was who I wanted. That's fine. So here's my idea. Send down a better landing pad. Because I do like the idea of that. And it has to work with the ship we've already sent. So we keep this, we work on this design using much better ring. So get rid of this guy. It's definitely going to have a wider radius, which is okay. We can design it deliberately to be oblong. In order to help us avoid this problem and to take advantage of... Oh, we can't do this problem though. But to take advantage of the kind of streamlined idea, the fact that we can put it underneath. So... Alright, here's the plan. Oh, I've just realised I'm not recording my audio using Audacity like usual. So if this recording messes up its audio, I'm going to be really upset. There. I want bigger tanks. Needs to be more worthwhile doing all this. Those teeny weeny tanks didn't make it worthwhile. Either this one or... Is it... How good is this engine? So theoretically I carried 2 full ones of these. What is going on here? Oh, it's all off. Oh, it's all that stuff. Oh, cool. Okay. Thruster weight, 1.11. Which is plenty on the Mun, but not on Kerbin, which is fine. That's a lot of Delta V. And it allows for a little more creative... Yeah, okay. I know I'm asking for trouble by using wings, but I really like the idea of it. Plus, they're just big parts. That's what I want, isn't it? I know I'm asking for trouble. Just how it's going to vary the aerodynamic properties. Too tall. This one. There you go. That's more space to work with. Now the plan, what I can do, which is quite helpful, is get rid of this guy, do this. I mean, just completely here. Oh no. Okay, old school. The coding behind how they differentiate radial mirroring from differentiate mirroring from radial symmetry must be relatively kind of interesting when you think about it, because I used mirroring here, I wasn't then able to use radial symmetry for this grandfather of that part. I wonder why they impose those kind of limitations. There must be a good reason for it. That looks practically perfect. I think that's going to be perfect distancing. Yeah. This is cool. And if you don't think so, you are lying to yourself, because this is really cool. I want to get the... How can I know whether it's perfectly central? I can't, so I'm just going to guess it's good enough. There we go. Again, trying to get it symmetrical. Slightly further out. Like that. Now further higher. Like that. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, this might not work though. Because now I need to mount this. Oh, maybe it will. So the useful thing with mirroring is that you can keep both on, even if you don't intend to place 2, in order to help you know when it's central. I wish I didn't need it to snap. Yeah. I don't have enough granularity in my rotation. Or do I? Is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. Is it the right height? No, lower down. Oh. It needs to be on its tip. That's the problem. Solvable problem. As long as I know now it needs to be on the edge like that. What's the center of mass? Yeah, way off. I have a choice here. I could improve the mass distribution by stacking weight on this side. So I could just put something heavy, which I would end up using anyway, here. So to bring mass back to center. Which would be fine, but not very elegant. Excuse me. So I think I'll try and just make it perfectly symmetrical. Plus it might introduce other kind of torques because of the imbalance that aren't immediately obvious. Okay, I think the way to do this is slightly longer winglets after all. These ones, are they longer? No, they're as long. These ones. And put them in the center. And then... no, they're just too long. Definitely these ones. Try and place them centrally this way. 1, 2... is that? That's already tilted. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about the right kind of diameter I'd be looking for. Now, can I find a girder that's off the right? Maybe 2 of these now. It's just slightly too long. So I need to find that kind of symmetrical mirror line, right? So either I can find a component that is that width. Maybe this guy would add that much width. I don't need to be too concerned with mass, I don't think. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. These the same length? I think they... Oh, this one's slightly shorter. If this one is slightly shorter, then that might... Let me replace this one. Put that there. Replace it with this one. Oh. Yeah, it won't go on the side. The alternative is to allow it to kind of follow this line. And then hope I can take advantage of that. Makes symmetry harder. Is that... No. Oh, I hate that. Okay, so instead... Sure, that ends up being there. And we just shorten this distance until it's right. Another small fuel tank might be about right. Oh, if anything. Now the wings by themselves might work. If I just... Let's try one of these. Oh, we might get it actually perfect now. It does... I can always empty the tank. That's fair enough. And then it has more capacity. More potential for long-term storage. Always thinking 2 steps ahead. Oh, that's rough. That's pretty much there. I think that'll be good enough. Maybe. So... Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Slightly off, isn't it? I think it needs to come down very slightly. It's really difficult to tell. Yeah, it's too high. KSP's editor, KSP2 maybe, could do with like a proper schematic mode, where you can edit a blueprint. If any of you have ever used Android Studio, and you know what the blueprints in there look like for when you're creating user interfaces. Because, yeah, we could use some more kind of CAD tools to help get things like this working. Where I'm trying to just edit the height, but I can't do it from the same perspective that I'm wanting to use to check its height is the same. And also just like an isometric view, thinking about it now. I'm having to zoom out to try and mimic an isometric view. Let's see. Yeah, we need more VAB tools. I hope that they consider having that in from the start. Okay, that's about okay. So if I just have to not move it now. And I moved it. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. So theoretically now, turn this. Oh. One of these, and one of these. I might... Oh boy. This is going to create more load imbalance. But in order to be able to land things back in here effectively, I think I need to leave off the decoupler on this side to give some wiggle room. The centre of mass is about right though, so it's probably okay. Thruster weight, 1.01. Hopefully enough for the moon. Now I could just launch it like this as well. But I'm not going to, because I don't need to send another one of these middle ships out. I've already got one on the moon. Although I could use it to land it. Is it better to keep what I have? Oh, my green screen is definitely... Yeah, I'm just flickering. My chroma keying is really bad. Oh well. I don't know why I like this idea so much. I just do. I think it's really cool. Alright, well, we'll just... Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with the original plan, because even though this might be easier, the original plan is more interesting. Make for a better video. Ooh, is that risky putting it on these ones? Are they structurally sound? Well, we can only hope. There we are. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Gonna give the engine a bit more clearance though. About there. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely... That gird is definitely not central, is it? Hmm. Oh well. It's probably close enough, to be honest. I think we'll be able to handle that. So this is landing platform V2. So what happens now, importantly? Okay, I know what happens now. We take this guy off. We take this guy off. Flip it this way. Put this guy on like this. This back on like this. This like this. And this like this. Right, and there's my landing pad. So I'm going to use a completely different... Oh, I'll still need to land it though, somehow. Do I have to build another system which can land it? And then hop the ship over to refuel? Hmm. Oh. It's still interesting, even if I do send this again, because it means we can hop the existing ship over to this one, excuse me, to refuel it. So I think it's still worth doing, regardless. Okay. Rather than landing legs, should these be landing wheels, do you think? Oh, I need to remember to put a drone on here somewhere. Ooh. Because that was one thing I pointed out was a stupid decision in the previous. Small landing gear. Too small. Really small. Really small. Pretty small. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a no-go. probe. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the mass distribution too much. If I put it here. I guess on the other side, how much does this weigh? 0.1. Okay, if I put a battery on the other side. 0.01. Okay. A bigger battery? Well, there's a whole load of these. That's pretty funny. I quite like that. Just looks cool. Yeah, electricity. And I have 8 of them on there. 5 times 8 is 40. So that's about 0.4 or 0.04. Oh no, 0.4. Yeah. Watch me as I try and mental maths. Mental maths used to be my strong suit. Haven't had to do it for so long. Okay. And some good old there, and we need communication. I don't understand how these are supposed to go. Right. That's kind of cool. Nice symmetry as well. Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else that's interesting that could actually go on this and be useful in some way? RCS. Oh, maybe... Oh, it needs a reaction wheel for sure. Oh, that's what I could have used to offset the 0.05, right? How much was the command and control? Pods even? 0.1. So 2 of those would have been perfect. Well, now I have the batteries, I will use 1 of these. And it should be combined, maybe about right. There it goes. In there somewhere. Cool. Interesting, right. Let's make sure the entire ship doesn't just compress itself by putting 1 strut as a central support in there. Is that going to be in the way during docking? I'm not going to risk that. If that's going to be in the way, that's going to be really annoying. I know it won't be, but it would be just so stupid if it is. Right, I'm going to bank on the fact that it won't be. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it as is. What I will do is put some rigidity here. Oh, ugh, get off me. I want it to be parallel. OCD kicking in. That's fine, whatever. Because this is only attached on one end to these, so. Man, building takes ages, doesn't it? Right, there we are. Bit of a strange one, but that's fine. And I'm also, in the same launch, want to deliver a start of a space station. The question is, can I fit 2 space stations on this launch? I can try. Where's the science? Science. There. Oh man. This is more worthy of having this launch stage now, isn't it? It's getting there. Right, what does a proper science module need? Well, doesn't need much other than definitely communications, which for now this is the best we have. So put one there. That's a terrible idea. It's going to block the docking port. Oh god. Kind of. Oh, I can't stand it not being central. Oh, it won't block in the docking port once it's retracted, right? Yeah, fine. Oh, in fact, also I'll just have it turned this way. Cool, that's fine. And then otherwise it just needs, I guess, RCS. And maybe some control, a probe for control. So, reaction wheel. Within the docking port. Do I have an RCS tank? Oh, do I only have these lateral ones? I don't have inline RCS yet. Yeah, fine. Some bubbles. There we are. I like this way of doing things. So, a whole load of batteries and solar panels. Various solar panels. Then on the other side, oh, it needs RCS thrusters as well, of course. Probably overkill. Really only needs 3. Really only needs linear, actually. It can turn using its... There you go, a bit more efficient. It can turn using its reaction wheel as long as it has power, which hopefully it will always have power. I'm sure there's no situation in which it could ever not have power. There's totally going to be a situation in which it won't have power. This is going to come back to bite me. A crew cabin. Not necessary. Hitchhiker storage container. No, for now, I'm not going to over-engineer it. Maybe some lights. Alright, fine. We can mirror this and put one light on there. There. Oh, no, not mirror. Not literally. I mean, like, correspond, you know? I'm sure there's something else really useful that I could put on here that I haven't. Oh well. Gonna have the reaction wheel on that, and then this guy on here. Cool. The beginnings of a space station. Oh, if it's going to be the beginnings of a space station, maybe more docking ports? I don't want to cover the windows. So nah. One on either side is plenty. And it occurs to me as well that with the fairings situation... Whoa. Oh man, imagine if we put this within the landing pad. It's a shame the landing pad is just too big for it too small for it right now. But you could totally imagine that's how we ship things into orbit like this, and then separate them all out. God, that would be so space efficient. Sadly, it is not meant to be, I think. But what we can do is put this here in the order, as that makes more sense. In terms of making it aerodynamic. Massive payload, good lord. Right, I'm going to move this up as well for these ones. So I can go there. And yeah. Otherwise, I think it basically has what we need. Interesting, interesting. Just interesting. So this one is going to go around Kerbin, because I don't have anything to push it to the Mun with currently. There's no good way to put this in the queue with this engine to carry it there. Unless I launch another stage. Give this guy more Delta V. A lot of probes going on right now. This is a very tall, very stupid rocket. This is ludicrously long payload. The payload is practically the length of the rocket itself. But it's so cool. I have a suggestion. Maybe we do 2 launches and I send up 2 of these with something that can push in one mission. And just this in another mission. No, I'm here now. I have to do this for the video. My lord. It's only got a 1 thrust to weight ratio, which is enough. It's enough. This is so dumb. Can you even make fairings this big? I think we're about to find out. So what this needs to have now is fairing. Which is here. Is it here? Where's fairing? Aha. Oh, and then heat shield. There. I'm amazed that nothing pokes out. Okay. Ah. Oh, that's crap. Go back. Just keep going straight up, then start to curve in. Oh no, it's still crap. What a... fine. What a weird... It goes in and then back out. That's aerodynamically sound, isn't it? No, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. Edit fairing. Right, straight up, please. And you start going in here. It's literally the length of the rocket. Oh, I'll be amazed if this can even get to orbit. I don't think this stage will have enough delta V to take this where it needs to go. I'm fairly sure. Okay, I think I need to make some concessions and not be too stupid. Right, I'm gonna do that idea I had. Sorry. Make some concessions. So, what we will do is... Alright, if I save this now, overwrite, then get rid of this bit, save this as... Oh no, wait. Right, get rid of this bit, put this bit here, save this as v21, save. And then... Oh, sorry, V2... Oh, I've already named it 1 now. Oh well. So this is definitely saved, right? V2-1 saved. Then we just completely trash everything we have from here on downwards. And now we're going to make a stage that can push 2 of these guys. 1 into Kerbin orbit, 1 to the moon. Efficiency. I'm beginning to think there should be 2 antennas on there as well, but we'll see. Right. Lander can. Lander can, which is not going to be used for landing, I think, the way this is going. What I want is for pushing. I wanted to push. So, docking. I want it to be able to be controlled remotely. There we go. Space efficient, you know. It's so stupid, but I just find it really funny. I think it looks kind of cool as well. Okay. Now, what kind of engine will this be? That remains to be seen. I don't think it needs to be much more than just a good liquid engine. Something really efficient. 345, 320. Yeah. 350 in vacuum. Oh, okay. Right. This is pretty beefy. This is the poodle? Oh, they've changed the poodle. This looks very different. Huh, okay. It just looks so... It looks like it's a little man. It's just standing there. It's so silly, but I like it. Oh, it's really not very good, is it? The thrust. .32. Wait, what is the actual thrust? Thrust. I was looking at the number and just couldn't see it. 250 kilonewtons in vacuum. Right. It's barely more than this. It's just more efficient. Oh, this is when it's... Oh, it's got this much thrust in atmosphere. Okay, so this is fine. Plenty even. Yeah, cool. Because in vacuum, it's loads. It'll have way higher thrust-to-weight ratio than this. Cool. It needs to have some RCS. And various. Could do with a reaction wheel. Because this is like a pusher. Not even like a pusher, it is a pusher. Reaction wheel. I think a fair amount of RCS. Shame we don't have better RCS tanks yet. Yeah. It's like a Dalek. It's like a weird two-legged Dalek. RCS. Where is its center of mass? Yeah, about there. Look, there are its arms. You know, I just have to give it. I have to give it arms. It's a little man. It's so stupid. I really like it. It's so dumb. I just wish the arms didn't stick out quite that far. But this is what we've got. Brilliant. Am I missing something? Oh, antenna for sure. Definitely needs communications. These could be its arms. Oh. No, I'm keeping the real arms. These are its ears! It's got ears! Man, this is brilliant. So stupid, but I like it. There we go, our little tin can man. This is our all-purpose pusher to move things around from different orbits. We're complete with remote control and crew control. Plenty of electricity. No solar panels. We need solar panels. There's always another thing to add. There we are. Cool. So dumb, yet so fun. Now I'm just going to stack. I don't know whether I need 2 antennae or not, so just for the sake of not making a stupid mistake, I'm going to put 2 on. Lights can go up here. And then 2 antennae. There. Right, and 1 more. Cool. So I'm really hoping that this is enough to push one of these to the mun. (616 meters per second). (782 meters per second). Gonna make it slightly bigger. Add one of these on. It's got trousers! Now it has trousers. I've also got to move all this stuff. I don't like how tall it is now. It ruins the little man effect. There. That's a little bit... That's still proportioned. That still works okay. Definitely need to move all these things down though. Oh, to be fair, it's always pushing things above it, most likely. So I shouldn't move stuff down. It's fine. There we go. Right. Righty-ho. So stupid. Okay, before I lose all this work, this is... Dalek Toddler V0. No. I have to do different naming conventions for every single different ship, okay? Man, an hour of recording and we're still in the VAB. Most of this gets cut from the full-length videos. From the not full-length videos. From the edited videos. Can you tell why? Okay. It's pretty hefty. 36 tons. Can we lift this to orbit using this stage? Yes, we can. Need fairings. Oh. Exposed docking port, anyone? Is that fine? Nah. Just a flat top. Okay. I guess. I love how it's just completely flat, like no pointed nose. It's just a Zeppelin. Transporting a Zeppelin into orbit here. Now this goes here. With some struts, because Jesus. Because Jesus Christ. Okay, I have my doubts, if I'm honest. Thrust to weight ratio 0.79. It's doable. I think it's doable. I think it might just work. Dalek Toddler. Okay, I mean, there's only one way to find out. I'm going to launch this guy first, then. Seeing as we're here right now. And I just want to do some flying, because I've been in the VAB for so long. Dalek, what is this? What is this payload? Oh, it's beautiful. I suspect I need to beef up this second stage. I think it needs to be beefier. I'm concerned about the beef. It'll be okay. It's okay for the toddler to use some of its fuel to finish the orbital insertion to Kerbin. So, yeah, it won't fail outright, I don't think. I guess the Lord of Physics, the Kraken, shall be the judge of that. Right, when I want to get rid of the fairing is here. I made this mistake in the last episode. Fairing release, then engine. And parachutes way at the top. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to prepare. I think that's it. Dalek Toddler. I want to make sure that either this is unmanned or a scientist mans this. I'm going to launch this unmanned. Yeah. We'll take Bob up in the next launch, which is a little bit less risky, I think. So, Dalek Toddler. Bob Kerman. This is so dumb. Alright, I don't really... Alright, I don't really know what to say at this point. This is one of the most ridiculously proportioned ships I've ever seen, let alone launched myself. So, I guess we just go for it. Now. I'm always amazed by how decent it actually takes off, this stage. I mean, this is actually not that ridiculous. I've just been away from the game for so long that anything big feels a bit like overkill. Alright. Throttle down on the liquids a little bit. Oh yeah, throttle down the liquids a lot, I should say. There we are. Liquids to 0. Start tipping over. Okay, this is going smoothly enough so far. Alright, solids are going to run out soon. I'm going to start at the liquids. Don't... Oh, God. Okay, we survived. Ooh. That was not good. Okay. Alright. I need to stop doing such high ascent profiles. Because I'm sure... Okay, that's okay. Here's fine. We can get some velocity like this. Yeah, this is an okay ascent profile. Getting all that lateral velocity. We only need to just be above 70, so I'm going to go for 72, I think. There we are, 72. See, if we hadn't thrown this stage away so early last time, we would have had so much Delta V to work with. I'm impressed. I mean, I guess this payload is big but light because it's not carrying fuel. It's only the toddler that has fuel in there. Oh, I need to get rid of the fairings. Okay. Don't get rid of my stage this time. Yeah! There go the fairings. What a science vessel this is. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool ship, if I say so myself. I swear more and more everything I've built in this new version of the game feels more sci-fi. Maybe it's the masses of batteries on the sides of things. Oh wait, I thought I was going to do this unmanned. I've sent up Bob. I completely contradicted myself immediately. Alright, approaching Apoapsis. Can we finish the orbital insertion off with this stage? Whoa. Oh, that is some bend. Oh no. I don't like that at all. That's what we call an oscillation building up right there. And I am not a happy boy. Oh my good lord. Jeez. I'm not a religious man, but this is making me pray. Wait, I can cheat with time acceleration. There we are. That is insane. Okay, I think we need SAS off. It's the awful PID controller that's causing that oscillation. I think if I had a bit more of a manual input, I'd be able to arrest it a little bit more. Oh, so with some creative use of time acceleration, which, as a pro tip, if you time accelerate, you lose rotational momentum. Angular momentum, in other words. So it's very useful for recovering from sticky situations. I'm just going to discard this stage now. I think we'll do better with just this one, because I need control. Okay. My other pro tip is to maybe use the RCS to help stabilize it. It might help. Oh, we're back in the atmosphere now. Man. This is very nearly a scrubbed mission. But I think we're okay. This stage still has a lot of Delta V, so it's not draining anything unduly. Good. Okay. That was insane. I felt like the entire ship was going to snap in half. And I'm sure it very nearly did. Oh, I've apparently triggered the parachutes. No, I haven't. This indicator must mean something else. Okay. Alright, this is doing okay. I actually want to raise this apoapsis, so it needs to be slightly above horizontal. (72 by 65). Okay. So this has worked out way better than it should have done. That craft should be broken right now. Absolutely, unequivocally, ought to be dead. So, karma has hit one in my favor, it seems, this time. Look at that thing wobble, man. Ladies. Can we get out of the atmosphere, please? There we are. Oof. Okay, we can just put this thing into an actual orbit. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, nearly 72 by 72. Low Kerbin orbit. A little bit eccentric, it seems, but it's fine. And with plenty of delta V in these stages to spare, so much as we did in the previous episode, we can use this to do most of our orbital insertion and then land it back. And maybe this time we'll be able to land it back at the KSC. Man, I'm burping. Sorry. Or we can hopefully, even better, land it back next to its brother that we landed in the middle of nowhere on the same continent somewhere. Okay. Right. So, let's get rid of this guy. Bye-bye, space station. And just back it up a little bit. Beep. We have a science vessel with no science people in it. Oh well. Extend the antenna. There we are. The beginnings of a space station. Maybe. Looks very sciencey for sure. There's just no one in it to do any science yet. Oh, we can turn the lights on. Lights on. Which will probably drain the batteries. I don't know if it has enough to survive an entire trip around the back of the planet. Oh well. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah. So, now it's time to take this guy to the moon. And it's almost the lunar insertion timing. Or is it? Yeah, it is. The mun is always there when I need it. Like a good friend. Now, hopefully this will wobble a little bit less. Now that it's only one science vessel long. Goodbye, my lovely drone vessel. Okay. Let's go. Again, I don't want to drain all of the fuel out of this stage because I want to land. I want to reuse this probe. Theoretically reuse. At some point, I'd like to practically reuse them. Actually allow them to land and actually put payload on top of it again. I'll just have to assume that Kerbin's other citizens are recovering these parts that I'm dropping so neatly for them. Alright, so got to choose an amount of fuel to save. Should be okay for the most part. Hell, we might have enough to full on do the insertion, and then we can have a free return if we get it right. I don't think we're going to, though. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Most of the way there. Won't take much now. So, thank you for your services. How do I do this properly? Jettison. Oh no. Oh no, did I not? Jettison shroud? That didn't jettison a damn thing. I didn't put like any way of decoupling between the engine and the heat shield. It's just stuck straight on there. Oh no. That's not good. This means I have to basically jettison the heat shield now. And so this drone probe is useless. Because there's no other docking ports or anything on it. Jettison shroud. No. Okay, the alternative is Nothing. I don't think there's any way to separate these. If you know of a way I could have separated these without doing what I'm about to do, then tell me in the comments, please. For now, I think I have to jettison the heat shield. Yeah, there we are. Oh no, what is this? Alright, let's just activate engine. Oh, you're kidding me. It's just... This is just stuck here now. Am I still getting propulsion? I better still be getting propulsion through this thing. Oh, okay, looks like I am. Good. Alright, we can complete the orbital insertion. Oh no, so now I have no way of saving the probe. I guess I just burn it in the atmosphere. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. Alright, moon periapsis. What's a reasonable... I think like 40 kilometers, 45, 42. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh, that's a shame. Alright. And so there's nothing for it. I shall simply continue on the mission and swap over to our unlucky probe about here. Switch to. Sorry, probe. You've got basically no fuel. You've got no heat shield. I don't think there's a way in hell you're surviving re-entry. So all I'm going to do is drop you in the ocean. Spin you this way. Retrograde. Whoop. Wow, this guy's nippy. Spin retrograde and just cancel out all of that orbital velocity. There we are. And now he just falls straight down and burns up in the atmosphere. Sayonara, watashi no probe-san. Yoku dekita. Meanwhile, the mission continues. Hour and a half into the recording. I usually go for about 2 hours. There's usually enough content in 2 hours to make a good 20-minute video that feels like stuff has been done. Oh, look, 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 look. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Dun, dun. Oh, that's gone. Goodbye. And, oh, this debris is just going to forever be in orbit now as well. Ah, the early mistakes of a newborn space agency. And now I can't change back to the Dalek toddler. Ah, that's frustrating. How do you change target? I don't know what the hotkey is. Settings. Where's the main menu? Where are the settings? Control bindings. Settings. Input. Vessel? No. Game. Focus next vessel. Focus previous vessel. I need focus next planet. Nope, can't see it immediately. Alright, if someone knows how to do that I need to do, please tell me. Okay. I mean, I guess going back to the tracking station, essentially, allows me to change to where I want to be. And so, the Dalek toddler is close to arriving at the Mun. There it is. As we shoot off towards it. Can have a weirdly inclined encounter. I should have fixed that sooner. Oh well. There we are. Get about here. 8 seconds until Bariapsis. Spin around. Hey! Suck it, Bob. Bob is angry. Angry to see that flag. What an insult. Alright. Periapsis burn. Alrighty, righty, righty. Bob's gonna go down to the moon and tell Jeb what he thinks of him. Yeah. Hey! Right, I want to fix this inclination, but there's no use in doing it now, so we may as well fully... bring this in. I don't care about... Okay, fine. Alright, 44, 43. Circular enough. Now, if I get up to about here-ish, there, and now burn south, I can adjust the eccentricity. Maybe? That should be right. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. 44, 43. Still fine. Cool. Okie dokie. Let's warp around to the light side of the moon. The Mun. Dun 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 dun. We can extend antenna. Extend antenna. Right. Rightio. Oh. Ooh. So, it occurs to me. Something occurs to me. I know what we're going to do. Slight change in mission profile. In order to make up for the waste of resources that was dropping that probe smack bang back down on Kerbin, what we can do now is bring out the Launchpad V2 out to rendezvous here on the moon using our Dalek toddler pusher man. And then Jeb can launch up and rendezvous with the station here as well and bring the new launch pad back down to the surface after having swapped with Bob so that Bob can reset, or at least Bob can reset the science things here in orbit around the moon. Right. So, what I'm going to do now is... I mean, Pusher Guy has loads of Delta V. Loads of Delta V. So, here's the plan. We get the landing pad into orbit around Kerbin. Which one is this? Yeah, this is it. Wait, this is the original one. That's not what I need. Landing pad V21. Yeah, this is the one. So... I'm going to be far more cost efficient this time. It's just a cool mission. It's like, we could easily just throw in... Maybe I should have done career mode, you know? Because having to conform to being cost efficient actually introduces a lot more interesting mission profiles. Because it doesn't cost me anything to just throw another one of these up there. I'm just introducing that limitation on myself in order to make the mission more interesting. Can you change a game into a career mode? I don't think you can. I imagine you can't change a game into being a career mode halfway through without some serious save file editing. Right, now for getting this thing to orbit, this is way overkill. All of this is way too much overkill. I think we can probably get this into orbit with like half of the Delta V we have here. So, what I'm going to try is getting rid of these. 1.34, 1.31. This by itself, I reckon, will put this into orbit. Now I can undock this time using this docking port, which makes all the difference. Still so silly how wide these fairings can get. There we go. Alright, I feel like 2 solid boosters are called for. Just in case, you know? Or maybe 3. Oh, we could do asparagus staging! Nah, solids should be enough. A bit more of a stripped down launch now, he says with this massive fairing on top. I suppose I could make it less like the head of a penis by bringing in the angle up here a little bit more to conform a bit better to the shape. But I'm not going to change it now, it's far too much effort. So this is the shape we're going with. Solids fire at the same time as the liquid fires. They've let go. This one fires. Get rid of the fairings at some point in here, then parachutes. Okay. Now this is landing platform V2. Hopefully this will get into orbit. As is. No crew, just the drone. And then we'll come pick it up using the lander can thingy. The Dalek Toddler. How on earth could I forget its most glorious name? Alright, daytime. Okay, let's go, boys. Oh, I should have timed that. Oh, I practically did. Mostly. I was going to say I should have timed it so I can rendezvous with the space station. Although I don't need to. There's no need for me to rendezvous, actually. Yeah, it's fine. I really hope this thrust-to-weight ratio is enough. You can see it dynamically change as well. That's so cool. At this point, I'll have 1 point. Ah, that's so cool. Huh. Man, all these statistics and everything are really useful. Oh no, ooh, come on. I'm in control here. Ow. Bollocks. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, I thought the engine had been destroyed on this stage as well, which would have really sucked. Doesn't seem like that's the case. However, I'm now having to fight the atmospheric drag on the landing pad. We still might be able to make this, though. That was dramatic, but this does have a lot of delta V. Yeah, we might just about be able to make this. I knew as well. I looked at those solid boosters and I went, I should probably have not turned over so much. / I should not be burning the engine this hard. I knew it, and yet I did it anyway. But it's okay. We have mostly got away with it, I think. We got another 65 seconds of burn time, apparently. Is that enough to get this into orbit? Because if not, there's no remedy. There's no escaping the inevitable if this can't get this into orbit. Still got 1.3k delta V, which is orbital velocity, I think, or close enough. Oh, really quite eccentric as well. Doesn't help that we're still slightly in the atmosphere. That's not very efficient, but... oh, well, I guess we'll find out. Come on, probe. I don't think we've got what it takes. I got a feeling, ooh, that we don't have the delta V for this. Maybe. Oh, we can always... nah, but we need this fuel, though. I mean, we could cross-feed this fuel. We may as well. It's better than crashing, you know. Yeah. I guess it's not as bad as I initially assumed. Chances are there'll be enough fuel in these. So, just so we're prepared, let's transfer all this. Now that should definitely be enough to get us into orbit. Really eccentric, but oh well. Okay. I think we might narrowly have made it without transferring the fuel at all. There we are, we're in orbit. So the question is, if I now transfer all this fuel back, will it fill the tank? If it does, then we narrowly would have made it. I think it does. I think we had what it takes. I should have been more confident. Man, this is a good insertion stage. I should have been more confident in it. Excellent. Really, really cool. Really good. Right, let's park it into its correct orientation. Give it some signal to play with. There we are. Awesome. So we will be correctly deorbiting one of these today. What is required now is to decouple that node. There we are. And we can swap back to this guy. Left a little bit of debris. I don't like that. Need to laser it out of existence. I think that was a mod. There used to be a mod that could do that. Okay, let's try and land roughly back at the KSC with this guy. Which means... Oh, it disappeared. Okay, fair. Maybe my force of will just lasered it out of existence for me. Are we going to collide with this guy? We probably are. No, we've drifted enough that we're not going to collide back. Whew. Okay. I don't remember what my angle of attack was last time, but if I get to around here... I think this is too steep. I think I've left it a bit too late. We'll see. We are go for Deorbit Burn on this probe. What? Increasing? Is the probe... Damn it, I just wasted a load of fuel. I think the drone is facing the wrong way. I'm flying upside down, so I should control from here if I can. Can I control from here? Yeah, that's better. Where was I controlling from then? Huh. Alright, what's it looking like? 65. No, I think we need a pretty steep one. Go for like 35, maybe 30. 30. Alright. We're definitely going to miss the KSC. Damn. There's not much I can do about it either. Just bad timing. Let's go! Should have waited another lap, I feel. You know what? Hell, I'm just gonna dump all my energy right now. Just dump it all. Boosh! Now maybe that'll have helped me. Oh, that did way more than it. I'm an idiot! I'm such an idiot! That did so much more than I expected. I should have checked the Delta V. Ah, fool. I'm a fool. And now I'm going to pay for it. Landing in the ocean. Experience. I'm building up the experience, you know. Stability assist. Someone told me that I can tell it to target prograde. I'm guessing that's this stability assist thing, but I have no idea how to use it. Huh. Well, I've clicked it. Maybe now it'll do something. Oh boy, ooh, oh. Oh, it's just an indicator that shows that SAS is on, maybe. Where's that re-entry heat? I killed a lot of velocity there, didn't I? That was pretty good. Oh, there it is. Oh, now I'm flipping out. And I've got no probe control as well. So, is it just dead? Maybe I killed enough velocity. Slowed it down enough that it's not overheating. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I think I did. So, in future, this means that I can maybe get rid of the heat shield. Maybe I can descend, as long as I kill enough velocity. Oh, okay, that's pretty good for doing some SpaceX reusable booster type stuff. Alright, good to know. And, of course, here comes probe control. I think I'm losing probe control not because of signal to KSC. I think the plasma of re-entry is interfering with the signal. That must be the reasoning, right? Alright, let's time accelerate. Gonna open up the chutes relatively late, just because I want it to get down quickly. Maybe about here. And try and flip it. Oh, this is going to be Boogie Boy again, isn't it? No. Jettison. Whee! Well, unfortunately it's in the middle of the ocean. Due to my stupid decision making. But at least we recovered this one rather than just dropping it like a meteorite on the Kerbin. Sploosh! Lovely. Negative 2 meters. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, in an effort to conserve our resources, what we do now is go back to the Dalek Toddler. I said the Dalek Toddler was a multi-purpose ship, and indeed it is. What I'm going to do is EVA Bob and have him leap across the chasm between the Dalek Toddler and the space station, so that Bob can do some science. Research inactive. How do I activate the science? No crew control. Research inactive? What's that about? Oh, do I need to have a data connection? Hang on, if we time accelerate. Oh, maybe just that Bob can't start the science from within the lab. So I need some sort of control. Right, now we have control. Start research. Researching. Rate 0 science per day. Have I misunderstood how this works? Lights on. Okay. Level up crew. Did I need to actually give it some science modules in order for it to do science? I think it needs some sensors, doesn't it? Ah, I'm an idiot. I thought it's a lab. It should have experiments on board. That's the whole point. Okay. Well, in my roleplay universe, it is researching science right now. So, now we decouple node. And we're getting ready to rendezvous. I needed to kill this debris at some point. But we're going to rendezvous with the landing platform. And bring it back out here. So, let's do that. I got to be wary that I need CurbNet control to do this. So, no operations on the dark side of the moon. Pay attention. Right. Is this in the right direction? I believe it should be. So, let's just check. Yeah. Goodbye, Bob. Enjoy doing nothing. And just sitting in there. Hey, it's probably a nicer space to relax in than the lander can was, at least. That wasn't very efficient. Oh, I should have done it from here. Forgetting all the old tricks, you know? What? Oh, I re-encounter the moon. Okay. Just how well are we going to be able to rendezvous with the landing pad? I should be using maneuver nodes. I should be making use of those, shouldn't I? Okay. That's fine. Got the periapsis down to the right amount. So, let's say goodbye to Bob, to the moon, and to Jeb, who has been waiting for months, I guess. Waiting for quite a while. Down there on the moon. Righty-ho. I wonder if, because there's no crew modules on board the science vessel, whether... Oh no, it's still a ship, technically. It's not debris or a probe. But it should be able to bounce CurbNet to me on the dark side of the moon. It's just because it's in such a low orbit, it's not very helpful, I imagine. Okay. I said I need to use maneuver nodes. How much delta V do we have? 4K, basically. Wow, that's going to be plenty. Add a maneuver here. I want to get a good old intercept. Okay. So this one is my guy. This one. What's that intercept of? 26 kilometers or so. Yeah, we can do better than that. 7.6 kilometers. Lovely. So, it is time. Our first proper rendezvous. And by the looks of it, we're going to have... This Dalek toddler has so much Delta V. It's insane. The Poodle engine is really good. In vacuum. So it's perfect for this kind of mission. Okie dokie. Burn time estimation 45 seconds. Oh, so I need to have started already burning. Whoops. Punch it, Bishop. Look at those poodles go. Look at how Dalek go. I suppose he's more like a Cyberman. It's just the monopropellant tanks make him seem like a Dalek to me. Alright. Yeah. So one more. This is the one. We want to get that intersect as low as we can now. So throttle down. Gently does it. Boop. What's the intersect? Separation 5.8 kilometers, not bad. A lot of that is orbital altitude, which we can solve at the other side. So, I mean 5.8 is fine anyway. Let's just go for it. We don't need to worry about optimizing. Bring ourselves around. Here we are, landing platform. Hehehe. So once we get kind of within a minute or two, 2 minutes away. Good. I should be able to see it somewhere. There it is, down there. We can start killing our intersect a little bit by cancelling out some relative motion. There we go. .9 kilometers separation. 2.7. 2.4. Yeah, getting pretty good. 2.3. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we'll just get super close and then blast it. 10 kilometers out. A bit more adjustments. .2 kilometers closest now. That's pretty good. I wish we could be doing this in daylight. It just makes it so much nicer. Rather than having to use just UI colours to help us with all this. Okay, killing relative velocity. Kill it dead. Okay, overshot very slightly. But nothing too bad. Not bad at all. In fact, if anything, worked really, really well. There we go. 4.5 relative velocity. Let's get into a... We know it's pointed north, or at least along the north-south direction. So, get into position for rendezvous. And just float on by. Push back a little bit, I feel like we're going to come in over it as it stands. Oh, there it is. In the darkness. The inky blackness. Hello, my friend. I'm here to pick you up. Modern propellant, really bad. You know, I'm just going to use the engine to cancel out the rest of this velocity. There we go. Modern propellant, for such a heavy ship, I guess, it's just so useless. Okay, and now that we've come to a little bit of a rest next to our pad, we can actually time accelerate in order to get some damn sunlight up in here. There we are. Yeah, now we can actually see what's going on. That's always helpful. KSP needs to have an infrared night mode, night vision mode. Alright. Let's take this landing pad to where it needs to go. If anything, it would be easier now to use the landing pad to rendezvous with this. In fact, I might do that, actually. This guy's just so big and clunky. We'll see. It's probably okay. Okay, good. Got a good target now. Right, I want to specifically target this node. There we go. And in we go. We are go for docking. Oh, are we just gonna drift? Did I get it perfect? That seems pretty perfect to me. Slightly down. Clinch it. Yeah! Awesome. Landing pad V2 has been picked up, and look! It's a perfect Mooner insertion timing! Go, 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 go! Bums away! Man, the Mun has been really nice to me lately. With these timings. I didn't even check with the maneuver node. I know I've got the Delta V. The toddler Dalek isn't going to let me down like that. Quick pick up and go. Perfect. So not quite perfect timing, actually. In future, I need to do it a little bit later, even. Or a little bit earlier. Yeah. The moon should be, like, just barely touching the horizon. Noted. So to counteract that, we point a little bit up, actually, I think. There we are. What was the orb's altitude? 40k? $44. Close enough. Let's go! Dun, 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 dun. Wow, this was a long recording session, but I mean, there's just so much to do. And a lot of it was just VAB work, remember that. Here we go, all the rendezvous. So, now we're docking with the Dalek Toddler. Set as target. We have some inclination to fix, which we can fix a little bit now, actually. So, burn a little bit south. .05, yep, good enough. And let's sort out this maneuver. I think we need one more. .3 kilometers. 1.4 kilometers in one burn. That'll be cool. Alrighty. Let's bring it on down. And I'm on the near side of the moon as well. By chance. But that's good because I need that for curb net control. So, good to remember that. Every action I do has to be on the near side. Here we are. Ah, could have been so close to like a perfect timing. Here we go. Oh, same mistake again. I left the burn too late, and now I'm over. So, burn. Get rid of the targeted view in favor of the real view. .2 kilometers. All right, I'll believe it when I see it. And again, intersection on the near side. So lovely, lovely. Watch now as we go behind the back of the mun, and we lose curb net control. We should have lost it. Yeah, there we go. It's gone. No crew. You're damn right. We don't need crew for this. Where are you at? There are you at. Cool. Not much relative velocity. There's not much in it. So at 10 kilometers, I'll just adjust slightly. There we go. Okay, get a bit closer. And 1 point something kilometers away. Killing basically all of our relative velocity now. Here we are. Heading straight for it. Try not to crash into the space station. Oh, I said that as a joke, but actually that might happen right now. No, we're good. I also want to avoid hitting it with my jets if I can. Okay. Let's turn on the RCS. Oh god. What is going on right now? Oh. I swear that is not... That wasn't behaving correctly, was it? Oh, no, I think it was. Okay, we're cool. We're cool. Okay. We've ended up on this side, so... Oh no, actually I think I want to dock it onto one of these. So it's more like a... what's the word? I guess more like a docking port, you know, the ship is on the side of the station, ready to take off at a moment's notice. It doesn't have to reverse out of the bay. Okay, which means controlling from this docking port. Here we are, which is now upside down. That's not helpful. No. This way. Oh, right, of course. Control has changed. Okay. Our controller's completely flipped. Okay, we're good. I keep on forgetting that I need to have the nav ball oriented correctly in order to have correct oriented control. Should be really obvious. Okay, and here we are with the weirdest space station ever. Maybe. Bob Kerman, has he been doing any science for us? Nope. He's just been sitting there twiddling his thumbs. Thanks, Bob. Don't worry, we've got some science coming your way. Let's put our ship at ease there. And now it is time to test how much fuel does this guy have. It's almost at a perfect orbital insertion point as well. Can Jebediah make it back into orbit? I think he can. Easily. Easily. Let's go without much delay. Suck it, Bob. I'm coming for you. And I just need to decouple. Undock. Go. Haha, yeah. See ya. Right. We are probably going this way. Where's our target? All the way up there. Got a lot of relative velocity to kill. Oh man, that was like perfect timing. That was beautiful timing. Did you see that? You must have seen it because you're watching the video. That was... the timing just keeps on being perfect for me. Except we are going to be docking in the dark. But hey, you win some, you lose some. And it seems like we have the right amount of Delta V as well. This is great. Where is it? Here we are. Really cool. Here we go. Some final adjustments on course. Now I'm just going to park so that I can go around the other side and get daylight. Because we need to attempt the tricky landing pad docking that we attempted before. So we're just going to kill some relative velocity now. Here we are. And then we'll do the final proper approach in daylight. There we go. Okay. I need to ensure this time that when I do dock with the landing pad V2, I get the orientation correct and it's not all wobbly. As well as the wobble apparently turned out in the end, it was not ideal. No matter what I may have attempted to defend and say in the last video. Here we are. Alright, I think it's all over to RCS now. So just kill the last scrap of relative velocity. And I gotta come in, I gotta reverse around now. So here we go. All this training since my last attempt at this. I'm finally ready. And that liquid fuel, only 120 meters per second left. Man, the timing on everything here has been really good. I'm floating through the air. I'm floating through the air. Do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do, change over the ships, control from here, and make this guy as perfect for docking with as possible. Aligned correctly. There. Okay. Now this will shift as the orbit continues, so I have to be relatively nippy with this. Let's do it. Again, specifically this docking port, right? I should have some forward-facing lights on this, really.
I don't know that one.
No, I'm fairly sure, Alexa, I should have some forward-facing lights to illuminate what's ahead of me. But hey, it's gone to the right docking port now anyway, so we're good. Alright. Gotta not be greedy. Gotta be very cautious. Our approach is nominal. Yeah, me using the proper words. Look at this. This is a space station. With some cool looking parts. I know what this reminds me of. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi's ship in one of the prequels, right? Doesn't he like get into an interstellar jump ring that he carries with him and then deposits? Okay, before docking, wait, don't be hasty. My Padawan. How's the angle? It's okay. I need to be turned a little bit more this way. Then it should be about perfect. Alright. Now or never. Here we are. I think I did it. I think it's still a little bit wobbly, but not as wobbly. Incremental improvement. Awesome. So, now, seeing as Bob is not collecting any useful science in this station whatsoever, unless, well, the thing is, there's science in this, there's technically docked science now. Does that mean that he is now doing science? No. Research no power. What do you mean no power? Electric charge 0. Okay, fair enough. But I've got solar panels. Is it the lights? Are the lights draining the power? Do I have lights that are draining power? What is with the complete lack of... We need to research better solar panels and stat. Everything's completely drained. Huh. The lights are off as well. Blocked by Kerbin. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. It is actually about to be an eclipse. A Kerbin eclipse. Wow. Look at that blue ring. Isn't that a pretty sight? Isn't this just a pretty game? I know KSP 2 is going to be revamping the graphics, but the beauty doesn't come from the graphical fidelity. It comes from the knowledge of what you've accomplished. Really sincere moment interrupted by a burp. Why is this making me burp so much? It's tea. It's lemon and ginger tea. I shouldn't be burping. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, we know what we need to do now. We need to use this landing pad to get some good science. In order to get some good science, we need Bob Kerman and Jebediah to swap. So, can I just transfer crew? Transfer you into the module. And transfer Bob into the lander. Here we go. So, in order to maximize the amount of science we can get right now, first things first, Bob, would you kindly climb upside down, because there is no right or wrong way to climb in space. Having said that, he then turns the right way up and just proves me wrong. Science Junior. Be restored. Yes. Observe materials bay. Hey, decent science. Whoop. Collect data. Restore. Nice. Now, if we open up this guy. Oh, and try not to get flung out into space. That would help. Store experiments. And EVA report. And store experiments. Cool. Huh. Alrighty. We've done all the science things, which I think some of which were repeats. But we did them just in case. And now it is time to pick where we're going to go, because Jebediah has already taken samples from the archway along the equator. So I think, if we have the Delta V, which I'm fairly sure we should have, because, man, these tanks be big. Also, these tanks be not full. Were we burning through those tanks? I guess we were. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well I think better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to transfer all of the fuel. Can you do like equal transfer between things? I have no idea what's going on. Alright. Into there. And into there. I definitely don't want Bob running out of fuel. Jebediah would be able to handle it, but Bob would not. So there we go. Loads of Delta V in there now. I could even fill these ones as well, and in fact I think I will. They're just such small tanks relatively, I may as well. This does mean that the Dalek Toddler will not be making a return journey back to Kerbin. Not until it gets refueled, which it will, eventually. Hey, there we go. Right, fully loaded up, ready to rock and roll. I think we have to go for a poll. Which is going to be difficult because we're in a very equatorial orbit right now. So we either go for like the interior of a crater, because I think we had the Midlands. Oh, we can check what we have. Open. I needed a science containment unit on these space station designs. These space station designs were terrible, weren't they? Oh well. Review stored data. Near the Moon. Mun's Highlands. Highlands. Space. Space. Okay, it's all Highlands, right. So we need lowlands, which will be the interior of a crater. So rather than going to the pole, let's go within a crater. How about this guy? That's relatively close to Jeb's base, right? Wherever Jeb set up shop with the flag. Somewhere. It was somewhere. So what we shall do, we'll do one more lap. Oh man, this is a long recording. But I think ending it on this landing will be a good way to end. So, get onto the opposite side of the Mun. Just about here. Time to be as efficient as possible with this landing, because I'm wary that this is very heavy. So, let's orient things in a way that makes sense. Somewhere around here. And now it is time for Bob to say goodbye. Undock. The landing pad V2 is ready for service. The engine is on. We begin to deorbit. Now we're going for an optimal suicide-esque burn with our periapsis just clipping. And we also want to be going south slightly, so if we... Is that north or south? Yeah, that's south. Oh, this is not the right time to be doing this. Whoops. We need to do this 90 degrees of the way around the Mun, not 180 degrees. It's not going to help at all. Okay. Bring the periapsis down to like... I mean, there about nothing, right? Maybe 2,000? Just really want to skim as low as I can. Oh, okay. We'll adjust that when we adjust the thing. So, it is time for the descent. Remember, in this series, no quick saving, no quick loading. We take what comes, and we pay the price. HOCgaming, Law and Order. It's funny that even I vary between HOCgaming and HOCgaming. I don't have a consistent way of saying that. Saying my username. Just funny. I think it just goes to show that HOCgaming was never a very good username. Alrighty. Don't want to be too far from the equator, but there's a thing here which would be good, so if we can just get down about there, yeah. Okay, right, this should work out, hopefully. So, Bob Kerman, are you ready? Yes, he is ready. Let's go. Dun dun dun. We've got so much delta V in this craft, it's just going to be the thrust to weight ratio that will be the problem. It's got 8.67 thrust to weight ratio? Wait, does it change your weight based on the gravity of the nearest body? It must do. That's epic! Alrighty. Yeah, there's the flag, relatively nearby. Suck it, Bob. Grrr. Bob is not happy to hear that. Okay, we enter the crater. We definitely need to have already started burning by now. Go! Whoa, Nelly. So this may or may not be lowlands. I mean, on top of this crater here. Might not be viewed as lowlands at all. But Bob can waddle his way down. That'll be fine. Okay, how's the trajectory? Alright, looking okay. We're doing good. This is pretty cool. We're going for the bullseye. Did we lose? It broke. Huh. One of the antennas broke. I don't know when that happened. Oh, it was during the launch. Yeah, that makes sense. Alrighty. Time to pay attention. This big bulky guy is landing now. All hands on deck. I'm glad to see that the balancing is pretty good. That worked out. It's symmetrical enough, you know? Alright, this is pretty nominal landing. Contact light, and down. Haha, easy. Easy peasy. Funnily enough, we're probably less vertical than Jeb was when he was on the side of a hill. But there we are. Landed. This can definitely be, like, linked up to some other stuff. Awesome. Right. Well, always plan for the escape. Fill up the tanks. I should have used flow priority to prevent it leaking out of these tanks in the first place on the way down. But oh well. There we are. Alrighty, mostly refueled. What? Oh, was I draining in the wrong direction? Where did all the fuel go? Ah, whoops. And there we are. Lady or gentleman, which is the optional other outro thing that I may be going with. Dear video watcher. That's more like it. Thank you very much for watching this video. That was a hell of a time. We did some interesting orbital rendezvous, and you know what we did. You just finished watching the video. Congratulations! If you really enjoyed that, and if you happen to be watching the edited down 20-ish minute version of this video right now, but would have preferred in the future perhaps to see the full uncut version, then you could be joining the various other patrons of HOCgaming who are right now at this second listening to me explain in the uncut video how for less than £2 a month you can see these videos in their original form, as the Lord intended, shall we say. No, let's not say that. Regardless, whether you pledge on Patreon or not, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave me a comment saying so, and I shall see you next time.